Worried about gout? Check out Ural, the effective urinary alkalinizer. Ural, neutralize your uric acid problem now.
Good evening and welcome to KiniNews. This is Sinhao. Dewan Rakyat Speaker Azhar Azizan Harun has revealed that Pekan MP Najib Abdul Razak gave an explanation on his remarks about the 1MDB repayment. However, he said a decision on whether Najib's misled Parliament will only be made once Damansara MP Tony Pua has responded to the explanation.
Dewan Rakyat Speaker Azhar Azizan Harun revealed that he has received an explanation from Pekan MP Najib Abdul Razak on his remarks about the repayment of 1MDB debts. Azhar said Najib had given a lengthy explanation and he would decide if Najib had misled Parliament after receiving a response from Damansara MP Tony Pua. He said this in response to Jelutong MP RSN Rayer, who had questioned why Najib has yet to be referred to the Parliamentary Rights and Privileges Committee for misleading Parliament. According to Azhar, there were contradictions in the remarks and this was why he had sat down with Puas and consulted Finance Minister Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz on the matter.
Setelah mendapat jawapan dari Yang Berhormat Damansara tu, saya akan membuat keputusan. Perkara ini agak rumit kerana ianya melibatkan fakta-fakta yang butiran-butirannya agak detail dan spesifik dan terpaksa betul-betul saya perhatikan sama ada apa yang dikatakan itu mengelirukan atau tidak. Ya.
On March 2nd, Najib told the Dewan Rakyat that not a single cent was used to repay the principal amount of 1MDB debts. This was because various entities, including Goldman Sachs, audit firms KPMG and Deloitte, AmBank and the US Department of Justice had returned 1MDB funds totaling 23 billion ringgit to Malaysia. Puas had then submitted a motion to refer Najib to the Parliamentary Committee of Privileges for misleading the House. Zafrul had said that Najib's claims were baseless as the principal amount is not yet mature and the government has been paying the interest of the 1MDB debts.
While we are on the topic of Tony Pua, the Damansara MP said he was surprised and disappointed after not making the cut for a seat at DAP's Central Executive Committee. He also expressed hope that DAP will remain fearless in promoting new talent.
Damansara MP Tony Pua said he was not expecting to miss the cut for a seat of DAP's Central Executive Committee, especially as it had been increased from 20 to 30 people. He said this was the first time he failed to be elected since his participation in the party polls since 2008. In a statement, he said he was undoubtedly disappointed but accepted the decision of the party delegates with an open heart. Puas said that since joining politics full-time in 2007, he had given his all to make a difference, both for the party and for Malaysia. He added that he was proud of attracting many young, idealistic Malaysians of great potential and caliber to join the party's cause to fight for a better Malaysia. According to Puas, for the party to succeed and continue to receive the support of the people, it must be relentless in renewing itself with better talent. He said perhaps his zeal in averaging up the quality of elected representatives had the unintended consequences of offending some within the party, especially in Selangor, where he was first defeated in the party's state committee election in 2018. However, he added that he has no regrets in giving the opportunity to the young and talented, who will ultimately become the bedrock of the party's future. Puas also expressed hope that DAP will remain fearless in promoting new talent and called on all party members and supporters to give their full support to Anthony Loke as the new DAP Secretary General. DAP had its 17th Annual Congress in Shah Alam yesterday, where members voted for candidates to the CEC. 7 of those who were elected to the CEC in the 2017 re-election were missing from the list this time, including Kit Siang, who had announced his withdrawal from the polls.
Previously, PKR faced difficulties due to betrayals from several key leaders. Now, PKR Secretary General Saifuddin Nasution Ismail has criticised those who stayed with the party but decided to go on leave.
Some PKR leaders decided to go on leave at a time when the party was facing difficulties due to betrayals. This was shared by PKR Secretary General Saifuddin Nasution Ismail in a post on Facebook today. Saifuddin added that the responsibility of strengthening the party was left to PKR President Anwar Ibrahim and others. He added that party decisions are made collectively and regardless of the outcome, PKR leaders must take responsibility. Although he did not mention names, Saifuddin was likely referring to Rafizi Ramli. The betrayal remark likely referred to the Sheraton move, which saw several PKR MPs and party leaders defecting in February 2020. Rafizi was one of the PKR members appointed as vice president in December 2018. However, it is understood that he did not attend any PKR Leadership Council meetings since then. On March 15, Rafizi had announced his political return and said he would offer himself as a candidate for the PKR deputy presidency. There is speculation that Saifuddin Nasution was eyeing the position as well.
With PKR expected to hold party elections soon, a PKR leader has reminded members that it will take place before the 15th general election and called on them to be disciplined and keep their emotions in check.
PKR leader Nurul Izzah Anwar has reminded party members to keep their emotions in check in the upcoming party election. She said this during her speech while officiating the annual general meeting of the PKR Gombak branch yesterday. According to Bernama, Nurul Izzah also urged party members to adhere to party discipline during the election. This was to avoid a recurrence of the vicious infighting that dragged down the party and the government. She reminded members that the party's election this time will take place before the 15th general election. She added that competition for positions in the party should take place in the spirit of family among party members because the main focus should be winning GE15. She said this was as they didn't want a meaningless victory, which was to win at the party level but lose during the general election. The previous party polls in 2018 were marred by infighting and had led to a divide within the party. Nominations for the PKR polls are expected to be held next month, while the election will take place in May.
Deputy Finance Minister Muhammad Shahar Abdullah has assured the Dewan Rakyat that Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz is still the Finance Minister.
Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz is still the Finance Minister and has not resigned. This was reiterated in Parliament today by Deputy Finance Minister Muhammad Shahar Abdullah.
Yang Berhormat Menteri Kewangan masih menjalankan tugas sebagai Menteri Kewangan, tidak ada peletakan jawatan. Saya nak maklumkan kepada Yang Berhormat Pokok Sena. Tempoh hari saya telah maklumkan kepada Yang Berhormat di luar Dewan. Hari ini saya maklumkan dalam Dewan. Saya harap Tan Sri Petua Yang Berhormat Pokok Sena tak bangkitkan isu ini lagi.
Last Thursday, Pokok Sena MP Mahfuz Omar had questioned if Zafrul was still the Finance Minister. This was following speculations that the minister had resigned after he did not show up in the Parliament. He was supposed to address the House during the ministerial question time. However, when it came time for the first reading of the Supplementary Supply Bill, he was represented by his deputy. Since then, he has also denied the rumors in a post on Facebook. Speculations that Zafrul had resigned came after the government announced the fourth round of Employees Provident Fund withdrawals. In January, Zafrul told Sinar Harian that he would rather resign as a finance minister than compromise and allow a fourth one-off special EPF withdrawal scheme. He said further EPF withdrawal schemes would cause contributors to lose their retirement savings.
Seremban MP Anthony Look was announced as the new DAP Secretary General following the party election at its 17th Annual Congress in Shah Alam yesterday.
Seremban MP Anthony Loke is the new DAP Secretary General. This was announced following the party election at its 17th Annual Congress in Shah Alam yesterday. Loke was unanimously selected by the new Central Executive Committee to lead the party. Speaking to reporters after the election, Loke said the results of the party election was a new phase for DAP and was the start of the third-generation leadership for the party. He also thanked the party's veterans for their service and promised inclusive leadership. Meanwhile, former party Secretary General Lim Guan Eng successfully won a seat on the CEC and was appointed as the party's new chairperson. Guan Eng had to step down as the Secretary General due to a 3-term limit set by the party constitution. Another notable appointment is Stephen Sim, who was made the National Organizing Secretary, Lok's former position. Other than this, the AP veteran Lim Kit Siang was given the figurehead position of mentor. In his speech during the Congress yesterday, he had announced his political retirement. DAP sources had suggested that he wanted to limit the number of family members in the leadership to avoid complaints of a political dynasty.
And that is all for today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you would like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Sin Hao. See you.